Hello.
Hi, Hayden, my little hash brown. How are you? Hayden Hash Brown Donnell. That's what they call him.
I do love hash browns.
There you go.
I don't love this nickname thing you're doing.
Run with it, man. It's called friendship, Get used to it.
I'm not sure that is friendship, though, is it? Well, is it? Is that something that friends do?
That's what we do.
Well, that's it, isn't it? Well, because what friends do is they kind of like respect each other and treat each other nicely, and we've always bucked the trend on that, so...
Today's Flightless Bird topic is homecoming, and I find it really interesting because in New Zealand we don't have homecoming, do we?
I don't believe so. Well, unless you mean literally arriving home. I do from time to time.
I mean the dance, the football game and the dance that happens in America. I feel like I've only ever seen it in TV shows like Friday Night Lights maybe or something like that.
That's an interesting thing because I know like they have homecoming, but I never thought what event is this actually accompanying? So is it a football game?
Allegedly, it is a big football game that they have and everyone goes along and then they have a big dance to celebrate the winner or the loser, or there's a dance that happens maybe the next day or maybe that night. I'm not sure.
It's like the Hobbits or something. It's like something out of like the Lord of the Rings. Like all the hobbits went off to the barn, they came back and they did a little jig.
I find all this very confusing. The other thing I find confusing in my mind is that homecoming in my mind has always been the same as prom, but they're different things.
That's what I was just thinking. Right? Because that's right. When I watch the American movies, I just transpose those two things in my brain. I'm just like, oh yeah, homecoming, that's prom. That's one of those American things.
That's the prom, which in New Zealand we would call a ball or a formal, I guess.
A ball.
Did you have a good prom?
No. And you just look so bad. I don't know. Amir, I just look so bad. This kind of pubescent little rat.
Oh, is this bringing up a lot of early memories of childhood love and trauma?
Oh, absolutely. And you know what, Dave? The thing that happened to me, and I don't know if you know about this, I was in J1, which is year one, whatever. I was so good, I wrote this story about a lion. It was so good that they moved me up a year. So for the rest of my entire school career, I was like a year younger than everyone else, which meant that I was...
Oh.
It's a big deal when you're in high school because I was like a year behind on the puberty. I was a year behind on all that shit. And I reckon it really ruined my life, like being moved up when I was age 5. I should have never have written that story about a lion.
Do you remember what happened in the story about the lion?
I think I went to the zoo and the mummy lion stood up and then sat down and the daddy lion had a mane. And that was pretty good for a 5-year-old. So they moved me up a year and ruined my life. Anyway, I don't know what homecoming is.
I'm David Farrier, a New Zealander accidentally marooned in America, and I want to figure out what makes this country tick. Now, something truly wonderful happened a while ago where on this very podcast, I was rambling on about how I had no idea what homecoming or prom was. A torrent of feedback followed, including one very magical email from a Miss Potter, who said I'd be welcome to attend both homecoming and prom, at which point I realized I didn't really know the difference between either of them. Miss Potter taught at a high school and said, come along to any of them, but also informed me that I'd just missed prom, but I was welcome to come along to homecoming, to which I said, yes, please. So prepare to grab a football and maybe go to a dance for some reason afterwards, because this is the homecoming episode.
Flightless bird touchdown in America. I'm a flightless bird touchdown in America.
Robert, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Are you comfortable with me calling Hayden various pet names? I'm sort of trying some on. Hash Brown. I tried Sweet Cheeks a few months ago.
It's not great. I think I had the same reaction he did when
sort of
you
clench.
said it, where I was like,
I don't love saying it.
Davey's trying to be cool.
What did you say?
I said Davey is trying to be
We've talked
cool.
about the Davey issue, and that is not a name that we use. And I know now as I'm saying this, I'm just making it more of a cursive on myself.
But also you kind of see the situation you're putting
that I'm putting
your
Hayden
old pal
in.
Hayden in.
You're always teaching me lessons, Rob. We have a tiny bit of admin to do before we get into the joys of the All-American Homecoming. We're hiring? Is that the headline?
Yeah, we're hiring
It's exciting.
some sort of like creative content channel manager.
Yeah. I mean, essentially at the moment, we're putting Flightless Bird out on all the podcast platforms. We have a YouTube channel, but we essentially have all this material from photos to behind the scenes to things we just want to spread around more.
Yep.
And so we're essentially looking for someone that can help us manage YouTube, some Instagram stuff, some other social media stuff, and that has that skill set.
We want to expand our content and continue to grow our YouTube. So to take that content, figure out how to organize it, structure it, post it, all of those things, additional videos that we can put on YouTube, and just general channel management.
Stuff that we've been wanting to do between us for a while, but between what we do, we just don't have the time.
Yes.
And so, I mean, thanks to this show slowly growing and people liking and subscribing, that literally does help us. Like, it lets us run ads and create some income. We've got some money aside and we want to hire someone to bring on board. Haven't figured it out exactly yet, but thinking sort of like 15, 20 hours a week, something like that. And we're taking it seriously. Like, we want this to be someone that hopefully has some experience in this space, that knows the show.
Yes, it's important you know the show, creative, organized, and have some experience, I think, on social and YouTube, more than just you have an Instagram account and you know how to post.
Yeah, because this stuff, the crazy thing is, it's weird when you get into this world. It takes up so much time and skills to kind of like figure out the right things to do and when to do them and what to post and how to and to have our voice and all that kind of thing. So
yeah, how do you submit for this job, Davey?
Yeah, how do you submit? No, we don't use Davey.
David, sorry. How do we?
So if you can email us flightlessbirdchat@gmail.com, subject line Flightless Bird Channel Manager. And then all we really want you to do is record a video of yourself. Just say your name, where you are, what your experience is, and kind of like why you should have the job. Like, why would you be good at doing this thing? And then as a bonus, just kind of so we can get our heads around your personality a little bit, I'd sort of love to know what you listen to that's not Flightless Bird. Like, maybe like let us know some tunes you've been listening to, some other podcasts, and that'll give us an idea of like where your head is at.
Part of this test is, can you follow these directions?
Yeah, pretty much.
Submit properly.
This is like a good start.
Yes.
And, you know, I'm excited to hear from you. I think what I find exciting about this is having someone that knows our show and that is a fan of the show and gets the show and can kind of help us take this out even further. And for that, we need some more skills.
Yeah, I mean, really, we're trying to avoid having to train someone that doesn't know the show by asking someone that knows the show to be who we hire.
Yeah, because I mean, if you brought in someone, if we sort of went on some job seeking site and found some random, half the task would be like trying to bring them into the culture of the show, which is like quite a weird, specific thing.
Let's explain David and why he's here and what he's trying to do.
Yeah, like why? Yeah, like why is Rob working with this guy? Like, what the hell is going on? So again, it's flightlessbirdchat@gmail.com, subject line Flightless Bird Channel Manager, a video stating your name, where you are, why you think you'd be really good at this gig, what your experience is, and a little bit about what else you're listening to right now.
Perfect.
Can't wait to hear from you. That'd be wonderful. Homecoming, I feel like I have something to clear up right at the top of this.
Yeah.
Because I mentioned when I was like talking about homecoming originally that I'd never been to the equivalent in New Zealand, like a high school ball.
Are you lying about this now again?
Apparently. So
so you don't have homecoming or prom?
No. So homecoming doesn't exist. Okay. American football doesn't exist in New Zealand.
Wait, you guys don't have American football in New Zealand?
I know that's crazy. No, but honestly, the number of people I've met here that think we do have it is extraordinary. Like, we play rugby, different forms of rugby. I never played because I'm too weak. But American football is so foreign. And so without football, no homecoming.
Are sports the same in high school? Like, do they carry the same weight they do
Good
here?
Question.
Like, is your rugby team the equivalent of what a football team is here? Or you have no idea what a football team is?
I do. So I guess, because I never attended school here, so I don't really know. But the cool kids... And this is like decades ago now, but like my memory of school is like the cool kids played sport.
Yeah.
and the nerds didn't play sport. And our main one, I would say, would be rugby and probably basketball. Those are the two biggies for me.
Something also weird just happened there.
Uh-oh.
You went singular with sport, but you go plural with maths. You go sport, not sports.
No, sport. What's the context?
I would say played sports.
This is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Math.
And you say maths.
I say maths, but I say sport.
Yeah.
This is tripping me out.
Is this just a you thing?
Yeah, no, it's not. Look, potentially with the sport, it could be. Maths is universal, is a thing in New Zealand. I don't know the difference between sport and sports.
I mean, it felt very right coming out of your mouth when you said sport.
It did.
But
no, so sport. Yeah, sport. I would say sport in New Zealand is a really big deal. I wouldn't say sports. Oh, they both sort of work. I'm going to reflect on this and get back to you.
Yeah, get back to us in a couple
weeks. I would
weeks.
say New Zealand's identity, and people get annoyed at me for
you
this.
represent everyone.
I represent everyone in the country. Yeah, as a white man should represent everyone. Clearly, accurately.
In a country with a lot of indigenous people.
Yeah, it's just what we need, another white man banging on. I would say Lord of the Rings, huge. Rugby is the second, maybe the biggest of all of them, even bigger than Lord of the Rings. So rugby and sport is a huge thing for us.
And then Lord of the Rings.
And then Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
All right. So you claim to have never gone to your equivalent to a homecoming, but you have gone to a ball, David. It sounds like.
Yeah. So back a few months ago when I was rambling on about this, I said I'd never been to a high school ball, which is what I understand is your prom, essentially.
And did your date from the ball reach out to you and be like, we went?
No, so close. My date's husband reached out. Which is so
even better.
So there's this guy that's been emailing for a while. He's lovely, Caleb. He gives a lot of feedback, but I didn't realize who he was, or I missed the original email where he explained this. So I'm just going to read it. He started with some feedback to the Coney episode, another banging episode. However, says Caleb, I must write in to fact check you on your assertion that you never went to school dances. In my 7th form year, that's when we are aged 17 in New Zealand, whatever the equivalent is in America, I declined to go to the senior ball with my now wife, and she subsequently went with you. So what I've discovered, and this is a few things, I did go to a ball.
Yep.
So for some reason, this man declined to go with my date. The date probably took pity on me and went with me instead. And now it has a very happy ending. They are now married.
Well, she saw what the other options were and then decided to go back.
Damn it, you're completely right. Yeah, I kind of shocked her into how awful things could be. And so she went and married Caleb, and now apparently they love the show and they're very happy.
Maybe high school sweethearts?
They possibly are.
Yeah.
So I did go, and now since he mentioned that, I do remember going.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the reason my brain kind of backed it out is that I found the whole thing so stressful.
So you were how old at this?
I would have been 16 or 17. I was hugely insecure, acne, braces. I had never kissed anyone. I don't think I'd ever touched anyone of the opposite sex. And suddenly I was in a suit. I had the idea of dancing.
I can picture it.
It was
exactly.
I want to try and find the photos because they were rough.
Do you remember your date?
I remember Jo. Jo's amazing. It's all come back to me.
Okay.
No, Jo's amazing. She's great. Her father was my graphic design teacher. He was lovely. She was great. But just the whole concept of the prom was terrifying to me, and I think I blocked the whole thing out.
So this was the big one, because
it was the big one.
Here, they have dances all year. It's not just like one dance.
Right.
At least at my high school.
Okay.
I also, like the previous version of you, didn't go.
You didn't go
to any of them.
Do you think you definitely didn't go?
Definitely did not go to a single dance at my high school. I went to like a homecoming football game when I was in junior high, about to go to the high school.
Stay tuned for more Flightless Bird. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Support for Flightless Bird comes from Quince. Now, as the weather cools around you, I'm swapping in the pieces that actually get the job done. Warm, durable, and built to last. And Quince delivers every time with wardrobe staples that'll carry you through the season.
Yes, it is finally getting a little chilly
Thank
in
God.
LA right now. Today,
I'm so ready.
Wearing a nice thick sweater that I got from Quince.
You are. You look good too, Rob.
I'm very excited that I have a different side of the closet now that I can open up and choose from. Quince really has become a go-to across the board for me.
Same here. It's one of my favorite things I've discovered since landing in this weird country. And yeah, having cooler weather is so good because you can finally wear things that aren't just shorts and t-shirts. They have the kind of full staples you'll actually want to wear and repeat, like 100% Mongolian cashmere from just $60, classic fit denim, and real leather and wool outwear that looks sharp and holds up.
So I've heard you've got your eye on this suede trucker jacket.
I mean, it looks pretty cool, gotta say.
It's perfect for layering. Just looks really casual but put together. Maybe too cool for you though?
I think it probably is, but never say never. It's time for a fashion revamp. This might be it. And by partnering directly with ethical factories and top artisans, Quince cuts out the middleman to deliver premium quality at half the cost of similar brands.
Layer up this fall with pieces that feel as good as they look. Go to quince.com/bird for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns.
Now available in Canada too. That's cool. That's QUINCE.com/bird. Free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/bird. Flightless Bird is brought to you by BetterHelp. October 10th is World Mental Health Day, and this year we're saying a giant thank you, therapists, for helping us so much. And the fact is, BetterHelp therapists have helped over 5 million people worldwide on their mental health journeys. That's millions of stories, millions of journeys, and behind every one is a therapist who showed up, listened, and helped someone take a step forward. Moments in therapy, like the right question, a safe space to cry, or a small win, can change lives. This World Mental Health Day, BetterHelp is honoring those connections and the therapists who make them possible, while showing how easy it is to get guidance from a licensed therapist online with BetterHelp.
Yeah, BetterHelp has quality therapists that work according to a strict code of conduct that are fully licensed in the US. They do initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. A short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences. And their 10 plus years of experience in industry-leading match fulfillment rate means that they typically get it right the first time. So if you aren't happy with your match, you can easily switch to a different therapist at any time from their tailored recommendations.
And with over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. That's a lot of people. Oh, it's like the whole population of New Zealand, pretty much, which is insane. And it works with an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews.
This World Mental Health Day, we're celebrating the therapists who've helped millions of people take a step forward. If you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can start that journey.
Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/bird. That's betterhelp.com/bird. For me, it was crippling anxiety and worrying about moving my body on a dance floor. What was it for you?
I mean, it was partially that. The later years of high school for me, my friends didn't go to my high school. Like I only had a couple friends at my actual school. Everyone else was older and not at my school.
Yeah, so essentially if you went to your own school's dance, you'd have no mates there, basically.
So it was not a desirable
That's not fun.
Destination for me.
Do you feel like you missed out on any, because I feel in the American dream, the American atmosphere, dance is this defining thing in the year.
No, I absolutely don't.
Okay. You seem like you turned out okay. Mostly okay. So in saying all of this, when this teacher reached out to me saying I can come along to homecoming, I was like amazed. I could go along, and why wouldn't I? So it was a really cool experience, and I'll play the doc in a second. But it was the most American thing I've ever gone to. This was my first time seeing cheerleaders and student football players and the whole hype around it.
There was a homecoming game.
Yes, so I went to the game.
To the football game, and then you also went to the dance.
I did.
There's a dance preceding it?
The next night.
The next night.
So this was in Ontario. So this was like an hour's drive out of Los Angeles. It was actually close to Loma Linda, where we recorded an episode like a couple of years ago. And it was a smaller school. So I think and I mentioned this in the doc as well, Texas homecoming would be this whole other thing.
Yeah.
This was a very cute, smaller school, like really beautiful.
So it was like 20 kids and you for this dance?
20 kids and me. And they're like, what is this guy doing here? Like, who is this old man that's like at our
in
dance?
The corner with the little recorder
like creeping around. No, it was a blast and they were so nice. And this is my first American homecoming. When Miss Potter invited me to her school's homecoming, there was no other answer but yes. She told me the school she taught at was Ontario High, which confused me because I thought Ontario was just in Canada. But there's also one in Inland Empire, the place I went to for the Creed episode of Flightless Bird. And so off I went again, rush hour on a Friday, meaning it took 3 hours to get there. And there to greet me, my guide into the world of an American homecoming.
My name is Melissa Potter. I am the activities director at Ontario High School. We are a community school, a true community school. We don't have any buses. Our kids walk or get rides.
Wait, and what is it about the school that you love? Because like some teachers move all around the place and do lots of different things. What is it about this school?
I think the kids, number one, they're just super chill. We are a 90% Hispanic community. I'm actually half Mexican, and so it just brings me to who I am.
I arrive at 5:30 p.m., but Melissa Potter, Miss Potter to the kids, has been up since 5:30 a.m. She got to the school at 7:30, where they had a rally in the gym where all the candidates for Homecoming King and Homecoming Queen did a dance. So you've been go for hours already?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got up at 5:30 this morning and got here at 7, and it's a lot of moving parts, a lot of organization.
This morning, the candidates also chose their most inspirational teacher, and their cheerleaders did a routine. Miss Potter walks me up to the stands of the school's football field, which have been decorated with this year's theme.
Tonight, it's our homecoming, and it's Tangled. So Tangled in our memories, like the movie Tangled. So we theme our posters. Obviously, you could see that's called a blowout.
How long has prep been going on for this? Like, how long has it been building?
Since the summer. We've been here since June. We come 2 to 3 days a week in June, part of July. But yeah, it's continual because we have 5 home football games. And so we're just always working.
Rumor has it the very first homecoming took place in 1911 at the University of Missouri. They had a football game, they had a parade, and it was such a hit they decided to do it again, and again, and again. And I guess it's fair to say it caught on with the rest of America.
My name is Larry Rook, and I am the proud principal of Ontario High School. So homecoming is definitely American tradition. It was really brought about for graduates who graduated recently. I've graduated back to 1967, 1973, who always want to come. We have alumni who come and just want to see how the school is, how it looks, but it's a true homecoming. And then, of course, the tradition of a homecoming king and queen voted on by your peers. And the way we do homecoming king and queen is we really ask for nominees from every group, every part of our campus, so that we get a wide spectrum of students.
Larry is the one who'll crown the winners later on tonight.
Ms. Potter has the ballots, and I'll know them right before because I get to do the crowning. So I know one of the kids was just asking me, you know, huh? I said, I don't know yet. Yeah, so it's exciting, though. It's really cool for the kids, and everyone comes to celebrate the prince and princess.
So I'm just looking at around me, even like cheerleaders, we don't have that in New Zealand. Oh. This is all something that is out of films and TV only for me. Before becoming an activities director, Miss Potter was a history teacher for about 20 years. Then sometime during COVID, realized she wanted a change of direction. And as far as things on the school calendar year in America, where does this rank homecoming?
This is probably our Super Bowl because it's in one day, a rally, voting for king and queen, and the game, the crowning. So we're responsible for all of that.
What are you most stressed about? Like, when will you breathe a sigh of relief when a certain thing is complete?
When the Jag is in the middle, deflated. The king and queen are already crowned, and we're dragging the jag off, and we're done.
Then it's relief.
It is.
You can relax.
Yeah.
Okay, before we go any further, I just need to list the things being casually raised here that do not exist in New Zealand. So far, we've had homecoming, crowns, crowning, Super Bowl, activities directors, prom kings, prom queens, cheerleaders. I might as well be on Mars. Anyway, Miss Potter introduces me to some of her students who have helped put today's homecoming together.
My name's Chase, and I am the JAG Jungle President. My job is to lead the student section. So we are the Ontario Jaguars, so we call it JAG Jungle, our student section.
My name is Hope, and my role over on ASB, I'm this year's Junior President.
What are you most excited about tonight?
I am most excited for the game. I love football. I love homecoming. It's a great time of the year to be around, and for you to be here, it's a great experience for you to see. Hopefully we win. We won last year, and I think that's what made the dance 10 times better. So if we win, we'll party all night tomorrow, and if we don't win, we'll still party all night tomorrow.
This is how little I know. I almost don't even know what you just said. You're leading this area, like the area of the stands,
Okay.
or what do you mean?
So we have a student section for every game. So a designated spots for students to come and cheer on whatever team or organization we're motivating or cheering for. And
So you're making sure that they're all operating as one unit.
sort of, yeah, and just making sure like everyone's having fun and enjoying what high school has to offer for you.
Wait, what's happening behind us right now? There's a big, what's happening here?
This is Rapunzel's braid. I made it out of 324 square paper.
This is legitimately amazing. Good job.
During our rally, we put it up on our jag.
What's the bigger deal out of the football game and the dance?
Okay, so the football game is where the alumni come back to their home. So they want to see their team win. And we want to make them feel like, yes, you're still welcome here. And we want to see you come back. And then the dance is to celebrate hope, like we win. Yes, celebrate the win.
I'm really excited for tomorrow, so I have my dress, my nails, and my shoes and everything. It's so fun. When people always ask me if it's worth it, I always say yes. You always want to be at homecoming.
As someone that's helped organize all of this, what are you most stressed about? Like, when will you breathe a sigh of relief that it's all gone okay?
I don't stress. I find excitement in all of this. I love every single minute. I don't oh my God, I'm growing gray hairs. I love every single moment. It brings a smile to my face every single time I think about it. Homecoming is it's great. It's amazing. It involves the entire school. It gets everyone together. It's a rally and it's a football game and it's a dance. It's so many different things. Anyone can find enjoyment in coming to any one of those events.
As I've been talking to Chase and Hope, other kids have been running around helping set other stuff up. There's food and merch for sale, more Tangled signs are going up, football players are starting to warm up, and I think I can see a marching band. And all these kids are just grinning and excited, and I feel like I'm in the middle of a TV show or something. None of it seems real to me. It all seems fake. One thing, in New Zealand, we find it very hard to get motivated about things. We're too sort of relaxed and we never want to look like we're trying too hard. Whereas what I love about America, and especially something like this, is that everyone's really into it and everyone wants to succeed and wants to do well. Is that just built into you from day dot? Because everyone turns up and everyone's excited, and that would never happen in New Zealand.
Right. I definitely think it has something to do with all the things you said. The environment you're in, your friends, things like that, that can totally determine your mood or what you cheer for, what you believe in. But then even then, when you're growing up, how involved you are or out there you are, right? And then when you come to a football game or certain ASB events, then you see these posters that encourage you yes, have fun, enjoy yourself. You're not just here to watch a game, you're here to motivate and encourage.
What's the big chant that we're going to be chanting? Have you got those lined up already in the brain?
Yes, so
This is a dry run.
our very well-known chant is our Oh Hi chant, where we just say Oh Hi several times in several variations.
Do you want him to say it? Do it?
Curious, yeah, how does it go? Give me a little...
When I say oh, you say hi, oh, hi, oh, hi. When I say oh, you say hi, oh, hi, oh, hi. Oh, hi, 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 oh, hi. You know, So all that when like it just goes back and forth. And
Can't wait.
People will stand up and they'll do it, and everyone gets involved and everyone cheers.
Stay tuned for more Flightless Bird. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Support for Flightless Bird comes from Bombas. Now, if you have kids, you'll be aware of this. They are back in school because vacations are over and it's officially the start of the cozy season, which means it's time to slide into some cozy, wonderful Bombas.
Yeah, the beginning of every school year, that's the only time we really buy new clothes and
Gotta
things
kit
for
those
the
kids
boys.
up. Yeah.
So we get a bunch of new socks, and they make the most comfortable socks, slippers, tees, and underwear out there from premium materials that actually make sense for this time of year.
And they have the season's softest materials. Think merino wool that keeps you warm when it's chilly but cool when it's hot. And the cotton that's softer, stronger, and more breathable than regular cotton. And even ragwool, the thick, durable, classic cozy sock you'll want all fall.
And the best part, for every item you buy, Bombas donates one to someone experiencing homelessness. Over 150 million items have been donated thanks to customers.
And with their happiness guarantee, if you're not 100% into what you've got, they'll make it right. No risk, no reward. Plus, they're available through international shipping to over 200 countries.
So like I said, we got the boys stocked with new Bombas socks so that they're ready for school. They look very cool, and they're different stylish socks.
They do clean, plain ones. They also do ones with lots of patterns and colors and stripes that I really like. And the main thing I like about Bombas is they fit beautifully around your ankle. They're not going to be those socks that slowly slip down. I hate those vibes. You will get none of those with Bombas.
Style-wise, you and my children have very similar vibes. They do love the colorful, wild patterns, like you.
I often see stuff that kids are wearing, and I'm like, I wish they made that in my size. With Bombas, it works. So head over to bombas.com/bird and use code BIRD for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/bird, code BIRD at checkout. Support for Flightless Bird comes from Shopify. Now, when you're online shopping, have you ever noticed that purple Shop Pay button and how easy it makes buying something online?
I love that purple Shop Pay button.
It makes life easy. I bet you didn't know that Shop Pay button is the telltale sign that a store is powered by Shopify. And Shopify doesn't just make it easy to buy, it makes it really, really easy to start a business, no matter what your experience is. There's a reason that purple Shop Pay button is so loved.
Shopify is the commerce platform behind 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names to brands just getting started.
It gives you that leg up from day dot with hundreds of beautiful, ready-to-go templates to express your brand style and forget about any of that boring old code. You can tackle all of those important tasks in one place, from inventory to payments to analytics and more.
And did we mention that iconic purple Shop Pay button that's used by millions of businesses around the world?
I believe we did, Robert. I believe we did.
And that's why Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. Your customers already love it. They know how to use it. They will continue to use it. So make sure you get that button added to your site.
If you want to see less carts being abandoned, it's time for you to head over to Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/bird.
Go to shopify.com/bird. Shopify.com/bird.
Down on the field, there's a flurry of activity as the kids inflate a giant rubber tunnel with a giant jaguar face on the end. Apparently, this is what the football team will run through later on. It was like military-like precision.
Exactly. So, but if it doesn't happen like that, then the pump will get blown out. It'll burst and don't know what to do then, and then you have to redo it again. And if every zipper is not zipped up, then it won't blow up the right way.
Is there ever any big drama behind the scenes or anything?
What I think in any setting, when it's dealing with high schoolers and teenagers, like there's so many emotions going on in and out of school, so it's inevitable, but we always work through it and always make us stronger in the end.
I am most excited about seeing the homecoming king and queen get crowned. It's just like the anticipation building up to it and seeing who finally wins the whole thing.
It's about 30 minutes till kickoff, and I head to the other end of the field where I can see the cheerleaders warming up. Cheerleaders! Until now, I hardly believed they were a real thing, but here they are.
It's what we look forward to like all year. And especially me as a senior, you do this for like 4 years, and you want to get to that point because you have so much fun.
How long have you been, is cheering the right term?
Cheering, yes.
How long have you been cheering for?
4 years. And I've been dancing since I was like 5. This is our squad. This is our cheer team. We're having JV cheer with us and varsity. And then the girls wearing flowers are seniors. It's our last year.
It's your last year?
Our last year.
Is that exciting?
Oh, so exciting. Well, it's like a mixed combination. Like you're happy and you're sad, but it's super fun. Yeah.
And what have you guys got planned for tonight? Is there like one big routine? Are there different routines?
We have like 60 cheers. We have
60?
60, yeah. And you have to memorize them all. By the time me and her, we call the cheers. Yeah. And we have to make sure the entire team knows them. And then we have like 2 dances, like little like sideline dances. And then, yeah, it's a big night because then you have like the cars and everything. So it's so much fun.
As far as your chants, there's 60 of them. Can you give me like your favorite chant? How does it go?
I think it would be hustle. It just goes, come on, Jags, let's do it. Hustle, get to it. Come on, Jags, let's do it. And then you repeat that. And then it's just so much fun. Yeah, I like it.
In your mind, there's like, because we don't have this in New Zealand, we don't have homecoming.
Really?
At all. So it's the first time I've seen it in movies and TV shows, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
But between this and prom, like what is the bigger thing between homecoming and prom?
Homecoming, it's more of everybody comes together and it's like more like freshmen, like for all the 4 years. And then prom is like a lot more bigger because it's upperclassmen, so it's more like exclusive for like juniors and seniors only. So it's like more fun because it's yeah. But I love them both.
Suddenly, things are really starting to move. The grandstands are filling up with past alumni. There's a buzz in the air.
Our band is approaching midfield.
Holy shitballs. Just when I thought things couldn't get more American, there's a marching band. In my 42 years on planet Earth, this is the first marching band I've ever seen perform. And then...
Ladies and gentlemen, let's stand for our national anthem.
The crowd turns to face the flag. Hung at half-mast, we won't get into that. And hands on chests, caps removed from heads, we start singing. And then the homecoming game is upon us.
All right, welcome to tonight's Ontario High School homecoming football game. Ontario versus Fontana. Ontario comes in 2-1 early on this season.
Towards halftime, I try to catch up with one of the kids from earlier, but they're too frantic to talk.
I don't know, I love watching football, I love it. We're about to do a halftime, so right now, in 4 minutes, so, okay, I need to go, but yeah.
Go, you go, do your thing.
Okay.
I see Miss Potter. She looks stressed. The king and queens are about to be crowned. The cheerleaders will cheer and the marching band will march. There's a sea of moving parts, and she says some of her kids got too full of the school spirit.
I would say my kids don't pay attention to the clock because they're so like into being yelling and stuff. I've always told my kids I'm like glass evaporated, not like glass half full, you know, so I expect the worst and accept the best.
I look around at the food being consumed and am particularly charmed by an open bag of flaming Doritos that have been drenched in hot cheese. Yum, yum. And then it's the big moment. Half-time. Time to find out the winners, our king and queen. When I thought this night couldn't get even more American, I'm proven wrong yet again. A convoy of Corvettes appears and drives around the track, each car containing a nominee for king and queen. They eventually make their way to the middle of the field. Each student gets out and stands on their own little podium.
All right. Now Mr. Rook and Christopher will crown this year's king.
Oh, it's about to happen. It's about to happen. Homecoming king and queen.
And our king is Angel Amaya.
People are excited for the king, but it's really all about the queen.
Let's see. And the winner is...
I don't know who the winners were exactly, but by God, they had support. If anyone ever screams at me that enthusiastically, I'll die happy. I'm going to be honest. I didn't stay to watch the rest of the football game. I don't even understand the game, and my ears hurt. But I returned the next night for the homecoming dance, the big celebration. Now, you explained to me yesterday I wasn't allowed to wear shorts, and I realized I own nothing formal at all, so this is my formal look. I'm just wondering what you think of it. I've got a Flightless Bird t-shirt. I put this shirt over the top to make it a bit more formal.
There's kids wearing t-shirts, but I just didn't want you to feel like, oh my God, I should have worn something else. So that's why I told you that.
You're so kind. That was an opportunity for you to absolutely roast me, and you didn't take it.
No, I'm not going to do that. No.
You're too pure. You're too nice.
I'm really not. I just want you to feel included and like welcome and,
The kids around me are all dressed up, some linked arm in arm, high on sugar, bags of chips, and life. I remember being this young, and it was great. All that hope and excitement, not yet extinguished. Anything was and is possible. As for Miss Potter, she's already plotting and planning for the next thing.
I'll be done here at 9, and then the dance is over at 10. But, next Friday we have a rally in the quad. That's part of my job, activities director, where there's always something going on. We got to have something going on so that the school, their spirit,
I think I do know. School spirit is such an American thing, maybe more American than the cheerleaders and marching bands and homecoming kings and queens. None of that would exist without school spirit. A kind of magic Kool-Aid planted deep in the DNA of American children. After this homecoming, do you already feel your brain starting to think of things to do for the next homecoming?
Oh, for sure. I keep notes of what I need to improve on for next year. So yeah, for sure.
What's your big note from this year that you're going to take forward into 2026?
I want to try to make the halftime show a little bit tighter because there's some dead time with the Corvettes. So that's in the back.
Miss Potter goes on for a while longer. I think she just likes having someone around to share her plans with. I love how seriously she takes this. She really cares about homecoming. But more importantly, she cares about these kids. I feel like I understand homecoming a lot more than I did before.
I'm so glad. And this isn't even extra. A Texas homecoming would be way more crazy because football's way more.
I think I needed a gentle introduction to this world. Maybe Texas next year. Then one day, maybe, prom.
So that was your first homecoming.
It was my first homecoming.
What would you rate it out of 10?
I would say it was a strong, purely on the enthusiasm, an 8.5.
8.5.
It was incredible. I the whole time I did feel like I was in a TV show. Everything was so up and so high.
Mm-hmm.
And I can only speak to the school I went to, but I feel like in New Zealand, everyone tries to play it low key and to be a bit cool, whereas this was everything turned up to 10.
Everyone was enthusiastic.
Yeah, and that's addictive. It's neat to see kids that excited about life, and I really weirdly like that.
When we were listening back to the doc, you still seem confused the difference between homecoming and prom.
Even when I was interviewing people, I kept going to say prom instead of homecoming.
Okay.
Still confused.
I'll probably get corrected by some people for some of these details, but I do think homecoming is typically the beginning of the year.
Uh-huh.
And in high school, there's 4 grades. All of the grades go to homecoming. And I think it typically aligns with the first home football game of the year.
Right.
Prom, however, is usually the end of the year. And it's usually just seniors and juniors, which are the top 2 grades. So end of year, about to graduate, go to prom. That's where everyone loses their virginity if they hadn't yet in high school.
So homecoming is sort of for the whole school, is what I gather. Prom is for the seniors.
The
older ones.
upperclassmen is what they were called.
Seriously?
In the doc.
Oh, that upperclassmen. I missed that completely. All these words are so, whenever Americans talk about this stuff, I feel like I'm watching a TV show. I have to pinch myself that I'm there. The dance was very cute. It was, all the snacks were like chips and soft drink, and everyone, I don't know. It was very low key and like really cute.
Did you dance? Did you and Miss Potter dance?
Me and Miss Potter didn't dance. I wasn't sure. So I wore my Flightless Bird t-shirt and a suit jacket and some pants and some shoes. I looked deranged.
Yeah.
I think over on the YouTube clip of this, you'll see some photos of me. I look like someone who shouldn't be at a homecoming. I definitely felt like walking around there. I definitely felt out of place. But Miss Potter was by my side. She looked up to me. I felt like I was a true fly on the wall, just watching this deeply American thing take place. And it was very pure. Like the kids were so cute. They were like some of them walking around hand in hand. Some of them were clearly just there with their friends hanging out. And it was really nice. But I didn't get over my phobia of dancing.
No.
There was no dancing
okay.
had. I have a real problem with moving my body around in any kind of coordinated fashion. I just get very shy.
I don't love dancing. I don't love going to weddings for that reason too.
I don't want to deviate too much, but this is worth deviating on. I strongly dislike weddings.
Not much of a fan either.
I love that they're in love and they're getting married, but the stress of it wipes out a day of your life. If it's away from where you live, it's more than a day.
Yeah, it's a weekend.
There's the suit, and then the pressure to dance is extraordinary, and that's the whole focus of the whole thing. And I find weddings, I avoid them like the fucking plague.
Yes, you should.
Thank you,
right.
Rob.
So back to homecoming.
Yes.
Did you guys have like kings and queens?
No.
So
no, that
whole,
stuff is deranged.
Monarchy.
Yeah, and I want to get into this because New Zealand, we're part of the British colonies. We're all about royalty.
Yeah, you guys have kings and queens.
We should be attached to that stuff, but for some reason we didn't attach onto the idea of bringing that into our school system. And so watching these students literally have a crown placed on their head was just a wild thing.
I don't think it comes with any authority. I didn't go to any of these dances.
They can't lord over their fellow students.
I don't know who the kings and queens were. They didn't then become rulers of the school. It's a weird popularity contest, it feels like.
These kids all seemed like lovely and great, but it's just, I guess, again, it's that thing of feeling like I'm in a movie. And they had these Corvettes come onto the football field, and they paraded the various nominees around in the Corvettes. And then literally they stood on the field and got crowned by the principal. And I was like, here is your king and here is your queen. And it's hard. I don't want to be cynical about it because it seems so pure and enthusiastic. But it also equally seemed just so foreign to me. I've never seen anything like it.
I mean, it also makes me feel bad for whoever doesn't win king or queen. There's like how many nominations were there?
I feel like there were like 5 for each maybe.
Yeah,
so
the 4
how do they feel on that night?
The 4 that didn't win.
I wonder what the night is like for them.
Yeah, you missed your opportunity. You should have followed them around.
That would have been the real story, is what happens to these people that have had their dreams crushed.
How dark that dance is the next day.
Yeah, it's the worst homecoming ever. The homecoming that I lost. No, I think the neat thing was when they were all getting paraded around, everyone was cheering for everyone. So that felt good. But just, yeah, I Miss Potter gave me a crown at the end of the night to take home. Felt sorry for me.
Yeah.
So I've got a little crown that I can now wear at home. I thought that was very cute.
So wait, so you were named Homecoming King?
This is the headline that I was missing. I was the I was the 42-year-old homecoming king at a high school homecoming game. It got really weird. Yeah, I turned up drunk. It got weird.
You left in handcuffs.
But no, honestly, Ontario High was a blast. Miss Potter ruled. She was just so into it all, and she took me into the room where the kids all plan these activities, and it was just, again, it felt like a film set. It was just everything all American in the one place.
Well, and then Tangled. So you know what Tangled is?
No idea. It's a film?
Do you know the story of Rapunzel?
No.
You don't?
I don't know any of this.
It's a fairy tale.
Okay.
Rapunzel, about a princess that's locked in a tower, and she's got her long hair that she can...
Oh, she escapes via her hair. No, the lover climbs up the hair.
Something like that.
Okay.
I don't. You're asking the wrong person to tell you the fairy tale of Rapunzel.
And is Tangled a Disney
Tangled
thing?
is the Disney the Disney story of Rapunzel. Okay. I think I think the actual character is still Rapunzel within it, played by Mandy Moore.
Okay. You're a fan?
Calvin got really into Tangled at one point. I mean, we make a podcast with Mandy Moore that shoots in the same studio.
Okay. So. He would have loved Homecoming because literally the whole theme was Tangled.
This is when he was like 4. He's more into like monster trucks and... Yeah.
Tangled is on the way out for him.
A little bit.
It was really cute. I mean, the kids were hanging up banners as we were like sitting there waiting for the game. It felt very, I keep coming back to that word, but it felt very pure. It was just kids enthusiastic about life.
I feel like next time you should figure out the theme and then go full cosplay. Like you as Rapunzel.
Cosplayer.
In the like purple dress.
Purple dress? Yeah, okay.
Long braid in the back.
Long blonde braid coming down.
Could have been a good way to show up to this homecoming.
I don't want to outstage the kids. It's the night for the kids. It's not the time for some podcaster to come in and try and outdo them.
Break dance as Rapunzel in the middle of the...
I would like to hear from anyone and their experiences of Homecoming or the dance. flightlessbirdchat@gmail.com. Ontario High has invited me back for their ball, which is really kind, and I'd love to go. I'm also, though, curious about some of the truly unhinged versions of that, like maybe in Texas. So if you're a high school teacher or principal and I can come to your ball, maybe email us as well.
Do you mean prom?
Oh, prom. Yes. I'm doing it again.
I do also think it may be worth looking into down in Orange County, because in the OC, they had this thing called cotillion.
Uh-huh.
The cotillion first used in 18th century France and English to describe a dance choreographed for 4 couples at a ball. But it
sounds like my nightmare.
Typically a season of etiquette classes for middle school age children that ends with a final dinner dance where they get to show off what they've learned.
This sounds like something from 200 years ago, not from now.
And it also doesn't feel very American. It feels more like French and England
completely
influence.
Aristocracy vibes.
But the purpose of cotillion is to teach young people social graces, etiquette, and ballroom dances, culminating in a final dinner dance to demonstrate what they've learned.
This literally sounds like my true nightmare. It's like my high school ball times 1,000.
You should find a cotillion down in Orange County.
If you're listening to this podcast and you run a cotillion, flightlessbirdchat@gmail.com.
David's got to learn some etiquette.
I need to learn. I need to fit in. So weird.
Yeah.
No, of course I would love to go. I feel like this whole homecoming thing and dance thing has opened up this world of so much chaos.
Yeah.
And I know in Texas, they dress up differently. They have different traditions. I think maybe in Texas, there's like a cow that attends the dance or something. There's all sorts of shit that goes on.
Yeah, I guess let us know all the different crazy dances
I would love that.
Around the country, because we just got Ontario.
All right. Should we do some feedback?
Let's do some feedback.
The feedback to the Christian stuff has been out of this world.
Yeah, this is our first episode of real feedback since we recorded those back to back.
Yeah, so heard from so many of you, and it's interesting, and I guess it's what should be expected, but it's that thing where a lot of people write in saying, holy shit, I had the exact same experience as you growing up, which I guess when you make a podcast, some listeners that are listening because you're reflected in them in some way. So that was like very surreal with this Christian stuff, like so many parallels went on. But first, let's rewind to the cockroach problem that we talked about a little while ago. AS wrote in, not sure if you're aware of how cool it is that you both casually talk about your battles with cockroaches. Seems to me that with the exception of New York City, where they're almost a foregone conclusion, cockroaches are often linked with poverty and unclean environments. The presence for many is shame-inducing and stigmatizing. For 2 white guys of moderate wealth, and I'm assuming here fastidious cleaning habits, correct? To acknowledge that cockroaches are a thing they've dealt with is pretty cool. Thanks for that.
So just a couple of cool guys.
Cool guys with roaches.
That's why you picked that one? Someone called us cool.
Yeah, I wanted to just subtly. My cockroach problem is now under control. The building manager came in and installed a little grill over all my pipes. So in the sink, I was like an open thing. They've now put a little grill over the top. Apparently they were coming in via a broken pipe deep down in the plumbing of the building.
Is it the grill in top of every drain, or
Every drain.
They went deeper though?
No, just on top.
Okay.
So at night, I plug the sink, I plug the shower, and I have no roaches ever since that's happened, which I like, but I also find it horrific that that's how they were getting into my apartment.
Well, yesterday I was here at the studio,
Mm-hmm.
and the sink right over there had a little baby roach.
I hate
in the sink.
I hate that.
So it definitely came up the sink.
Yeah, no, block those apparently here in Los Angeles.
I've been plugging it since.
That's a horrific fact.
Yep.
They're probably like come from my house.
Yeah.
It's like
they
trapped.
got blocked.
Yeah, they
so
can't
now
get into
came
that
here.
apartment. They're now here at your studio. Emily said, thank you for sharing about your experiences with CCM, Christian Contemporary Music, growing up. As a fellow 42-year-old raised in the evangelical church, I felt extremely seen and validated. Your interview that you and Rob did with Aaron Gillespie helped illustrate and put into words so much of what I've been feeling as I continue to distance myself from evangelicalism. My parents only allowed me to purchase Christian music during my formative years and said that anything I listened to must be edifying. And I actually remember this. When I got Radiohead's Kid A album, my parents thought it was too depressing, not edifying. Didn't want me listening to it. But I just listened to it on my headphones.
That's such a perfect album too.
It's such a perfect album. And I thought this was interesting what she said next. After developing a love of Oasis, something I also love, I somehow managed to convince my parents that the Gallagher brothers did indeed edify the Lord. I'm very lucky this was pre-Google searches, and they bought me an Oasis CD. I was extremely careful to never have Champagne Supernova playing when they were around, and when the song Hello reached the lyrics, so wipe the shit from your shoes, I would insert a strategically placed cough over the offending words.
It's funny to think of parents trying to patrol and police music to that degree, just because I feel like so much of it goes over parents' heads.
Completely.
Like kids are like, oh, they don't understand. So to be like, oh no, this is
also
Oasis is just Christian music. What are you talking about?
Yeah, to be a Christian parent who is policing music would be so stressful.
Yeah.
It's like, where do you begin? My parents eventually gave up and just let me listen to everything.
Yeah, I mean, to go through every like piece of media that your kids are consuming.
I said I self-censored for a while, so that's how deep my fear of hell was. Andrea wrote in, back in my youth group years, I was an actor in one of those high-production, high-cost church hell houses.
Ooh.
Not that I'm proud of it, but watching videos back, I honestly can't believe how long it lasted and the amount of people that would go. You had to be 14 to enter, signed a waiver to wait, easily over 3 hours. This is in rural Wisconsin. I remember a runner would grab permission slips to get them over to the kids in hell to yell out specific names when the group went through. So much going on. I'm going to reach out to a few others and see if there's any backstage footage to get to you.
Wow.
Ashley also wrote in, I went to a Christian high school in Florida and we had Judgment House, which was basically the same thing as a hell house. A couple of weeks each October, we'd skip certain classes like Bible or phys ed, or PE, you call it here, to set up the rooms and the scenes. Judgment House would then run for a week or two around Halloween. Students would be encouraged to act in it. I participated 4 times. Some of the themes included a party car crash incident, like Aaron mentioned, an airplane crash. We even had part of a real plane on the set for that one. Don't know where they got that from. And a storyline where my sister was abducted and killed with her friend because my character wasn't paying enough attention. Weird vibes. After going through the scenes, you'd enter the judgment room where the pastor declared whether each character went to heaven or hell. Usually 1 or 2 went each way. Then came hell, which was hot, dark, filled with screaming and the devil yelling in your face before sneering, "See you soon," at the audience. I always dreaded that part, even though I knew the actors. After hell, you wake up in heaven. It was bright, cool, with classical music. Of course, there's classical music in heaven. And Jesus hugging everyone. The contrast was intense. Finally, in the last room, church members said, "Do you want to go to heaven or hell?" and explained you had to accept Jesus to get to heaven. I bring up these memories often with other church friends because it's wild to realize how normalized the whole thing was. Laurie said, when David casually dropped DC Talk, Jars of Clay, Newsboys a few months ago, I audibly exclaimed, I live in Toronto. I had no idea Christian rock had such a global reach. Like you both, I'm no longer part of that world, but agree some of those tracks were absolute bangers. Rion wrote in, I grew up in New Zealand and also attended Parachute Music Festival. I was 16. I'm currently 32 when I went, and Under Oath was headlining that year.
Wow.
So I had no idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, Under Oath played that Christian music festival where I first saw DC Talk play.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the amount of overlap is just insane. I can confirm there are a lot of people having sex and drinking and doing drugs. So that all tracks.
The poop hole loophole.
Do we need to talk about the poop hole loophole?
I mean,
so we did get a very
great.
specific email about someone explaining what they called the poop hole loophole, which means if you want to get around the idea of waiting until marriage to have sex, you just don't have vaginal sex. You use the poop hole.
And we're thinking about making Flightless Bird hats that just say poop hole loophole. Like the calendar, maybe just comment if you would buy one.
The poop hole loophole conjures up so many horrific images.
Yeah.
And some people also wrote in likening that whole loophole to Rob. Should be fired immediately. Likening it to soaking in Mormonism, where you insert the penis into the vagina, but you do not thrust or gyrate in any way. That is not sex. It is just placing your penis in a place, and without the thrusting. Another loophole.
Is that in Jury Duty, the scene where they're jumping on the bed?
Yes.
While soaking?
Yeah. Yeah. So the idea being if you have someone else do the movement.
Yes.
Still not sex. If you haven't watched Jury Duty, it is one of the best shows you'll see.
Yeah.
And weirdly moving. It's like a comedy reality show. The end, I think everyone that watched cried. It's really beautiful. Okay. Brianna wrote in. I was listening to the Christian music episode. I suddenly realized as you're interviewing Aaron, I was present at Under Oath's reunion show and I almost died. It was the Self-Help Fest in 2016. They'd gotten great spots right up front before Under Oath started. The second they came on stage, people pushed hard. Then I experienced the phenomenon called crowd collapse, where the entire crowd essentially became a liquid and we were only standing because of those around us. It took one person to fall to cause the rest of us to follow suit. I just carved out a small spot of room for my elbow to my left when the collapse came from my right. Due to the space I had created, it actually caused me to be at the very bottom of the collapse, which would be truly terrifying. I began to suffocate. Thankfully, someone next to me was able to pull me up before I completely passed out. It was all happening mid-song, and there were several small mosh pits I had to carve my way through to get out of the crowd and to a medic. I just remember thinking, why the fuck did people lose their minds like that for a Christian band? I've been to hundreds of concerts beforehand and almost as many since, and I've never experienced anything like that. And I think that just showed how big that band was.
That's also my like nightmare. That made me feel so claustrophobic. Describing that large of a crowd and being crammed in.
In my younger days, I've been in a few pits and it was not a good feeling. And the idea of being, especially if you're small or a female, being pushed under that.
Yeah. In like high school times, I think I was totally fine in there. But as I got older, like those large crowds made me more and more anxious.
Yeah, I think when you're a kid, you're slightly less fearless of that stuff as well. But yeah, crowds is scary. I mean, people die in moshes. Eve wrote in to say, watch out, some cockroaches can fly. Forgot about that until now.
Yep, don't.
Eve, do not
block
email
that out
us again.
Blocked.
Remember, cockroaches can fly. It's a lesson in all of that for all of us. If you want to work with us and you're really good with social media and have
YouTube
experience and YouTube, email us flightlessbirdchat@gmail.com, subject line Flightless Bird Channel Manager. Send a video with that, stating who you are, where you're from, your experience, and why you think you'd be good at the job. We'd love to hear from you.
Also, just an iPhone video is fine.
It doesn't need to be fully lit.
No,
doesn't need to be
fully
8K,
produced.
although a phone probably will do 8K. Just on your phone is good. That would be amazing. And we will see you next week.
See you next week.